6 p.m. Pakistan Standard Time. Assalamu alaikum. This is Radio Pakistan. The news read by Hassan Gilani. First, the headlines. Prime Minister has appreciated contribution of Pakistani diaspora in Canada, which continues to serve as vital bridge between the two countries. Deputy Prime Minister has reaffirmed Pakistan's unwavering commitment to dialogue and multilateralism for ensuring stability and development. Foreign Office says Pakistan will fully participate in neutral expert proceedings regarding Indus Water Treaty in Vienna. All Parties Hurriyat Conference has reaffirmed that Kashmiri's struggle for right to self-determination will continue until its logical conclusion. At COP30 climate conference in Brazil, diplomats have called for a clear roadmap to mobilize resources for developing countries. The second one-day international between Pakistan and Sri Lanka will be played in Rawalpindi tomorrow. And now the news in detail. Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif has lauded the valuable contribution of the vibrant Pakistani diaspora in Canada, which continues to serve as a vital bridge between the two nations. He was talking to the newly appointed High Commissioner of Canada to Pakistan, Tariq Ali Khan, who called on the Prime Minister in Islamabad today. The Prime Minister felicitated the High Commissioner on his appointment and expressed confidence that his tenure would further strengthen the long-standing and friendly relations between Pakistan and Canada. Shehbaz Sharif conveyed his warm regards and greetings to the Canadian leadership, saying that he looks forward to working with them to build stronger ties between the two countries. The Prime Minister highlighted mines and minerals as an important area of mutual interest and said that Barrick Gold's role in Reko Diq project would be the harbinger of development in Pakistan and a success story of Pakistan-Canada economic cooperation. In his remarks, the Canadian High Commissioner thanked Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif for the warm welcome. The National Assembly has started the process of passing the 27th Constitutional Amendment. The Constitutional Amendment is being passed through the clause-by-clause voting, with Speaker National Assembly Sardar Ayaz Sadiq reading out each clause for approval. Deputy Prime Minister Mohammad Ishaq Dar has reaffirmed Pakistan's unwavering commitment to dialogue, diplomacy and multilateralism as essential instruments for ensuring peace, stability and development. Addressing the Intra-Parliamentary Speakers Conference in Islamabad today, he said, Pakistan has been a bulwark against the menace of terrorism. He said Pakistan categorically rejects acts of terrorism in all its forms and manifestations, and this conference reflects a shared conviction that cooperation among nations remain the surest path to peace and progress. The Deputy Speaker said parliamentary diplomacy complements traditional diplomacy by bringing the perspective of the people's representatives into international discourse. Ishaq Dar underscored that such interactions enrich global cooperation and ensure that diplomacy reflects the aspirations and interests of citizens worldwide. Referring to the ongoing global challenges, Ishaq Dar noted that the world is witnessing an era of transformation marked by strained trust in multilateral institutions, growing geopolitical rivalries, climate crisis, terrorism and widening inequalities. The Deputy Prime Minister said this year's theme, Peace, Security and Development, underscores a simple but powerful truth that peace enables growth, development sustains peace and security fortifies progress. Concluding his remarks, Ishaq Dar said Pakistan stands ready to continue serving as a bridge builder, uniting regions, amplifying the voices of the developing world and promoting peace through justice and dialogue. Deputy Prime Minister Ishaq Dar held a meeting with member of the Federal National Council of the UAE, Ahmed Mir Hashim Khouri, on the sidelines of the Intra-Parliamentary Speakers Conference in Islamabad today. Ishaq Dar reaffirmed Pakistan's commitment to further strengthening cooperation with the UAE in all areas of mutual interest. In another meeting with the head of the Belarusian delegation and former Foreign Minister Sergei Alinik, Isaac Dar reaffirmed Pakistan's commitment to further strengthen bilateral relations with Belarus. The Deputy Prime Minister appreciated Sergei Alinik's participation in the conference. Foreign Office says Pakistan will continue to fully participate in good faith in the neutral expert proceedings regarding Indus Water Treaty, with its next phase scheduled to take place on 17th to 21st of this month in Vienna. The Foreign Office spokesperson Tahir Andarabi in a statement today said the neutral expert proceedings were initiated on India's request. He said while India has decided to halt its participation, Pakistan continues to fully participate in the neutral expert proceedings in good faith. He said the neutral expert had ruled that India's non-participation could not operate as a bar to the proceedings going forward. The spokesperson said Pakistan has also taken note of the procedural order issued in parallel with the decision, which affirms that the court will continue to conduct these proceedings in a phased manner and would take into account the proceedings taking place before the neutral expert under Article 9 and Annexure F of the Indus Water Treaty. This is Radio Pakistan. Convener of All Parties Hurriyat Conference, Ghulam Muhammad Safi, has reaffirmed that the Kashmiri people's struggle for the right to self-determination will continue until its logical conclusion. Addressing a news conference in Islamabad today, he said the right to self-determination was promised to the people of Jammu and Kashmir through United Nations Security Council resolutions. Ghulam Muhammad Safi said the people of IIOJK continue to resist Indian occupation despite facing severe repression, including illegal imprisonments of Hurriyat leaders, including Yasin Malik, Asya Andarabi, Musarrat Alam Butt, and Shabir Ahmad Shah. He also condemned the recent arrest of over 1,500 Kashmiris, stating that such atrocities cannot silence the legitimate voice of the Kashmiri people. The All Parties Hurriyat Conference has strongly denounced the BJP regime for falsely claiming that normalcy has returned to Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir. In a statement, APHC spokesman Abdul Rashid Minhas said that people are being arrested, harassed and humiliated during cordon and search operations and house raids. He said such actions are being used by the Indian BJP government as a war tactic to suppress the Kashmiri struggle for their right to self-determination. At the 30th UN Climate Change Conference, COP30 in Brazil, the leaders and experts have called for stronger South-South cooperation to advance global climate governance. Addressing the conference in Belém, the UN Secretary-General Antonio Guterres urged for a clear roadmap to mobilize $1.3 trillion for developing countries by 2035. Brazilian President Luiz Inácio Lula da Silva proposed establishing a governance mechanism within the UN framework to ensure effective implementation, including exploring sanctions for countries that fail to meet commitments. Australia and Indonesia have agreed on a new security treaty that commits them to consult each other if either country is threatened. The understanding was announced after a meeting between the Australian Prime Minister Anthony Albanese, Indonesia's President Prabowo Subianto in Sydney today. Australian Prime Minister said that acting together is the best way to secure peace and stability in the region. The second one-day international of three-match series between Pakistan and Sri Lanka will be played at Rawalpindi tomorrow. The match will start at 2:30 p.m. Pakistan lead the series 1-0. The first playoff road match to the FIH World Cup qualifier between Pakistan and Bangladesh will be played at Dhaka tomorrow. The match will start at 4 p.m. Pakistan Standard Time. And finally, the weather. Dry weather is expected in most parts of the country, while cold in hilly areas during the next 12 hours. Smog may develop over plain areas of Punjab. And that is the end of the news. For more news and analysis, log on to our website radio.gov.pk and also watch live video streaming of our bulletins on the link facebook.com/Radio Pakistan News Official.